I've never been to Wisconsin, and I've never been to Wisconsin Dells, but I have some friends who have, and they posted a few photographs on Facebook, and one of them is this one right there. And so I used that as a reference photo for this painting. And this is at a place called Sunset Bay Resort. And so as a gift to them, I did the painting. It's pretty simple as that. And it's a relatively simple painting. I guess I'm okay with it. You know what? The big thing for me right now, though, is just remembering to have fun. It's honestly the truth. I've been too serious about some of these things lately, and I really think I'm just forgetting to just have fun when I paint. So if there's anything that's a turning point for me right now with Poppa Paints, the turning point is it's a returning point, not a turning point. It's a returning point, because I always had fun doing these paintings. And for some reason lately, I've just been trying so hard to show something that I don't know. I don't even know what I'm trying to say here. I just want to have fun. I'm returning to fun. So let me read. And you want to know something? Sunset Bay Resort. I'm not doing an ad for them or anything. I've never been there. But it looks like a place where you could just have fun, you know? One of the things about the lakes in Florida is you can swim in the lakes in Florida, but there's so many, because it's so hot all the time, there's so many microorganisms that live in the lakes. You got to be really careful. But up north, I know there's microorganisms in the lakes up north too. But it seems like they're cooler, the water is cooler. You know, I grew up in New York, and Lake Ronkonkoma on Long Island is where I used to swim. I don't think you can swim there anymore. I think that's gotten so dirty. But upstate New York, you know, like in Binghamton and that area. But this is Wisconsin, not New York, and I've never been there. So I want to go there, and I went there today in my mind. Through the magic of the paintbrush, I went there. At a sunset, by the way. And the place is called Sunset Bay. So let me show you how I painted this right now. Good morning. Today is Tuesday, May 27th already. Wow, 2025. And I haven't painted in a few days. I had a few other things I had to do. Well, I painted, what was I going to say? I painted some gnomes for a guy's church. And that took some time. But that's not the same as painting a landscape. And you know, I missed it. I missed doing this right here. So today's painting is actually a friend went to Wisconsin Dells. I've never been to Wisconsin Dells. Can I get this so it's not so reflective? All right, right now I can't see it unless I have the light on it, and I looked at the monitor right there. It looks like it's a little bit glary, but I think that'll disappear as I start to paint here. So anyway, so a friend of Robin and mine went to Wisconsin Dells, and one of the pictures that he showed us on Facebook, or through Facebook, was a place called Sunset Bay Resort, and he had this picture of a sunset. So I thought, well, that looks like a very, very nice place to paint a picture of. And I thought, well, I'm going to do that. I almost forgot to have fun with painting. I almost forgot. It's just fun and relaxing to paint and to enjoy the process and to enjoy each other. I don't know. You get so caught up in just trying to do things for yourself and for other people, and that's okay too. It's okay. I mean, it's very okay, actually. It's probably more than okay. But I just, and this painting is going to be for somebody else too. So it's not like I'm doing this just to put it in my closet. And anyway, so if you've ever been to Wisconsin Dells, maybe you know Sunset Bay Resort. I really would like to go there. I was watching a video earlier of it, and hey, it looks like a nice place to go. I'm in Florida, you always have swimming pools all year long. That's true and it's not true. It depends on where you are. But in Wisconsin, the swimming pools that are all year long are indoors. And I always thought, well, that would be awesome to be. I don't know how you feel about that. It depends on where you live, I guess. But I think it's awesome that they have swimming pools indoors. I would like to be there like in the winter and then have an indoor swimming pool and just enjoy the swimming pool. All right, so on here, on this canvas, you obviously noticed that I started out with a pre-painted surface. I painted it an orangish reddish, just to give it an underpainting of a color that's pretty much the opposite of what I'm painting here. Let me get a little orange on that. I think my philosophy with paints that are already mixed, like orange is obviously red and yellow, so you don't really need to get a tube of orange. But it's just easier, it's quicker. No big deal. I don't know. Again, it goes back to I just want to remember having fun doing this. It's kind of like playing guitar, I don't worry so much about being the next best guitarist or the next best performer. I just want to have fun. Papa just wants to have fun. It's a great line, just want to have fun. From Girls Just Want to Have Fun, that song. It's a great line. I just want to have fun. I want to help people, and I want to have fun. I want to enjoy the world. I have a little, that's red. This is like a purple here. I don't know why I added that to it, but I'm gonna just add some purple to this sky. I think that's part of having fun, is not worrying about it being exactly like the what do you call it again? What do you call the picture I'm looking at? Oh, the reference photo. Gosh, how could I forget? Can you see that? Is it centered okay? There we go, whoops. Whoa, it's getting tilted. Oh my gosh. There we go. Alright. So today, let's see, at 9 o'clock in about 3.5 hours. Yeah, about 3.5 hours. Robin and I are going to go meet with an old friend, and he has put together a walking tour of Ocala, which is the town we live in. And it's kind of like a history tour. It's a magical history tour. Oh my gosh. A Beatle reference. And he's going to show us around. We're going to videotape him, and it's going to be fun. Okay, let me get some. I already have orange on here, but I'll add some more orange here. See, the problem with this orange is it's going to mix with that blue and then create a green tone, which I don't really want that. That's kind of cool. Kind of creates a nighttime sky there, or a sunset sky. Yes, we're going to have a magical history tour of Ocala. It might not be magical. Would it be fun? He's a funny guy too. He's probably one of the few people I know that could have been a stand-up comic. His name is Jack. He's a funny guy. He's a storyteller. So I think that's how Rob and I met him. I think he came on to the radio show. He was part of a storytelling group. I think that's how we first met him. So Rob and I do another channel. We do a channel called The World Spins Fine on Her Own, so he's going to be on that channel with us. How's that looking? Does that look fun? Does that look like I'm having fun? Just purposely keeping it like that. I want to put a nice bright sky right there. I don't know if you noticed, but I have two whites. It's the same white. I just put it twice because I kind of like the idea of using white for a couple different things. I'm just going to put some white here, just kind of do that. Let's put this bright spot in the sky where the sun is. There are little wisps of clouds. There we go. A little yellow there. Aren't you glad I didn't say banana? Oh no, an old joke. An old joke from an old man. An old man telling an old joke. How about that, huh? Keeping that sky bright. Just dab it on there. Just get it all dabbed on there. Let's get some of this Payne's gray here and lighten it up and make this the hills in the background. Add a little bit yellow to that, I think. And some red. Make it less obvious. Maybe add some green to it. So I added green to my palette also right there. Only because it's easier. It's already done. You know. I can mix it if I want to, or I can save myself some time and just buy some green. You can tell I'm not that much of a purist. But it is good to know how to do those things, though. You know. It's probably like everything else in life, you know, if you find a shortcut for something, you determine whether you want to use that shortcut or not. It's sometimes you don't want to use a shortcut. How many times have you actually had a shortcut, the true definition of a shortcut, a quicker way home or a quicker way to work, but you just want to drive, you just want to go, you want to see whatever scenery's down that way, or just avoid traffic. Sometimes a shortcut is more trafficked, it's busier. You know what I mean? So where do you guys live? This painting is from, I already told you, Wisconsin, in an area called Wisconsin Dells. And you might know that Robin is from Wisconsin originally, and all her family is from Wisconsin. And I meet them all the time. They come down, her cousins, they come down from Wisconsin, especially in the winter. They like to visit Florida in the winter. And they always talk about it, so I've always wanted to visit there. But I haven't visited there yet. And this place, Wisconsin Dells, looks really nice. I guess the whole state looks nice. Well, I'm from New York, and New York is beautiful too. I don't know how many of you, when you think of New York, only think of New York City. I love New York City, by the way, so don't think I'm bad-mouthing the city. That's where I grew up, just outside the city. A place called Long Island, for those of you not from the area. But Nassau County, to be specific, if you for those who really want to know, for inquiring minds. That's fun. I had a little purple here. Anyway, but upstate New York, where like Albany and Buffalo and Niagara and the Finger Lakes, and there's some pretty, like the Catskill Mountains, and there's a lot of Schenectady and Binghamton. There's a lot of nice towns up there, up in New York State, in a New York state of mind. All right, there's that. Now what? Now what? Now what do I do? Because I clean my brush. One thing about cleaning the brush with acrylics is that it really gets the water dirty quick. You really kind of have to use more than one brush. So that's what I'll do. Use another brush. All right, let's put some water down here. Let's start with some Payne's gray and some white. Let's get more white than gray. Very light. I might need to put more white on here. Orange in there. Get some more white in there. Let's get this paint looking painterly. just don't forget to have fun. Just don't forget to enjoy what you do. I'm talking to myself now. I just don't want to forget. You know what I did the other day too, for the first time in a long time? I rode a bicycle. Oh my gosh. I haven't done that in a long time. When I say a long time, I literally mean years. So, I'll be honest with you. I mean, obviously when you're a kid, you ride a bike all the time. And so when you get old, you feel like you don't forget. And you really don't forget, but that doesn't mean you don't get a little bit nervous. Because the one thing you don't want to do is fall. Yeah. Like there's a little bit darker down here, I think. A little bit of depth right here. A bit of a shoreline right there. Because this is not an ocean, nor is it a big lake. Simple little landscape. Done in a very impressionistic approach. A bit more white on the palette. That's a lot more white on the palette. And a little bit of this yellow. A little bit lighter yellow. There we go. Alright, let's get some more of this Payne's gray and this white here. It's a very stiff brush, really. I don't know if it's necessary to use this stiff of a brush, but it's the brush I chose. There's a lot of that. Okay. Let's just go ahead and a little bit of yellow here. Maybe up here. Just exaggerate it a little bit. Is that a bright spot right there? Let's add any reflections here. Okay. Now what I want to do is I want to take about this much of it here. And I want to darken it in. Bring a rooftop in there. Okay. There we go. A little bit, another one here. This is part of the resort here. This is where you can actually spend the night. That makes it fun, right? Get some more of this over here. Let's get some orange built into there. Get some of the reflections here. dark, just to give it that hint that the sun is just hitting it. Almost a backlit effect. There we go. We got some buildings there. Okay. All right, now let's add some trees. Let's add some trees. We've got some green and some Payne's gray. I'm just going to add a bunch of trees right here. All right, let's get a smaller brush. Trees over here. Put some more Payne's gray on my palette. There we go. A big glob of it. It's 6 o'clock now. How long has this taken so far? 30-something minutes. Well, I didn't measure the time. I didn't measure the time to do the underpainting. There we go. Okay, coming together here. There we go. It looks like a nice, give a little bit more definition to the building here. There we go. All right, there's a dock right here, it looks like. I'm trying to think of how it goes. Looks like it comes out straight, I think. Almost all the way across the part of the scene I'm looking at. It looks like it's far enough, right? Yeah, it looks like that. bit of reflection, I guess. A little bit yellow on this dark, a little bit of reflection, a little bit of shadow, kind of a little bit of everything. And then of course over here, you got that tree, so you're gonna have to have some kind of reflection from that tree. I think so. Alright, now let's try some windows in this resort here. Little tiny rectangles to show the windows. Okay, I think I'll call it done. Well, there's the painting from Sunset Bay Resort in Wisconsin Dells. Well, it is what it is. Hope you like it. Hope they like it. Talk to you later. Bye.